Yer, what's going on, guys? It's J Sauce back here with another YouTube video. I know it's already week 8 of NPBA. Feels like I started this joint yesterday. Um, I s- quick second, real quick. I just want to thank everybody for all the supports my video gets. You genuinely have no idea how much joy and just like it makes me feel good whenever I see numbers on my video go up, and that's all because of you. So I just want to thank you for my happiness over the last few weeks. Anyways, today we're going to be playing Coach Naim and the Celta Victini. They're 3-4 with what's it called? A differential of 0, and they play pretty safe. Get hazards up, they chip stuff, and then they just clean up. And so I don't know how I'm gonna counter that because I've been playing like that last couple weeks, but I also can play pretty aggressively. Here's the matchup. Yeah, Terra Galarian Darmanitan kind of goes ape shit. Um, I mean, you look at my team and you tell me a switch in for um any numer any number of moves this thing gets, and then that gets you turned on. Like Tentacruel, Earthquake, Fortress, Flare Blitzed. Anything else, Icicle Crashed, and we're dead. Yeah, sure, I can like out offense it, but I'm not gonna get in safely. So it takes a sack, so it's gonna claim a life like every time it's in. Um, Outside of that, not great speed tiers. I mean, it got a bunch of mid speed tiers, but um, honestly, I I think the matchup's pretty even. It's the worst Chi matchup of literally all time, but on the flip side, it's also the worst Moltres matchup of all time. So yeah, obviously I think that's more detrimental to me than him, but Moltres is a fucking demon. Um, Other than that, I say we get straight into my team building process. I literally did this earlier today, and in case you didn't know, today is Tuesday. The same day I upload my game versus Ajax Inferno and the Midwest Misfits. Go check that out. I literally just played, so like 5 minutes ago. So, yep, I got that stuff deep into my mind. Why I made this move, why I made that move. Should have done better. I won't forget anything. I got some calc stored up in my noggin. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Um, I was gonna go ahead and just get straight to team building. First thing I knew, and I've been looking at this matchup for a couple weeks. Not necessarily the matchup, but my answers to Galarian Darmanitan are non-existent. So I had Terra Water Salamence with Intimidate, full fucking physically defensive with Roost and Heavy Duty Boots because again he likes to get hazards up, and I don't want to take all that chip. Rock Slide for Moltres, but also for Galar Darmanitan, I guess. I really don't know why I didn't put EQ or Iron Head on this thing. Well, I know why I didn't put Iron Head because it's only neutral against Tapu Fini and didn't really hit anything else super effectively other than Darm, which I could accomplish with Rock Slide. 16 speed EVs just to, outspeed creep the speed creep. You know how it is. Next, we got Terra Grass Flame Orb Jolteon. Why Terra Grass? Well, if you look at the matchup, again, like I said, worst Moltres matchup of all time, and outside of that, the only stab that he has that can hit grass super effectively is Quillfish and Masquerain, which means I could be in for a heyday, and it also, oh yeah, I did this because I was super worried about uh, Sandy Shocks, and now Sandy Shocks gets completely sat on. I didn't do water because I really wanted Quick Feet, so I'd have a means to hit Scarf whoops, Scarf Sandy Shock, Scarf Azelf, Scarf Gower Darmanitan, or if for some reason, or for something like Clang or a Soul, which I literally can't do anything to, but um, Scarfini, if that forever for some reason ever comes, it's just a nice way to speed control. Protect just to guarantee proc the quick feet if I absolutely need it. Thunderbolt Volt Switch because Volt Switch is one of the best moves in the game. Terra Blast Grass for Sandy Shocks, and Thunderbolt just as a spammable stab. Next, we got Iron Bundle. I'm bringing Specs again. Haven't done that since week 2, I believe. Hydro Pump, Flip Turn, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry. This is very dangerous because, like I said, Scarf Gour Darmanitan kind of wrecks my shit. And Scarf Sandy Shocks. So it's a little risky, but I figured that, since I can run Modest, it could be kind of worth it because I don't know if Registeel's coming. Um, I honestly don't know if it was. I mean, you probably saw since I actually flashed the replay. Um, but if I could Hydro Pump it. If he's specially defensive, then whatever. Um, Outside of that, I've said it a million times. Look at his team. Look at Iron Bundle. Yeah, that hits everything for super effective damage, pretty much. And I have a feeling Specs is gonna wreck his shit. So next, after that, we have Fortress, Okaberry. This is I gotta stop doing that, man. This is literally for the sole purpose of being able to tank a Flare Blitz from Gallardermanitan, kill it back. Well, also because Full Fist Death sucks, yeah, but the only other thing on this team that's really gonna be using physical moves is Registeel and Como. So I wanted to put, I didn't want to bring it because it's not Spadef, but I feel like I had to just so I had a reasonable second answer to Goward. Next, we have Ursaluna, AV, 60 attack because 60 attack play rough kills. I don't know if it's, I think it's bulky Como. And then Stone Edge does not kill Moltres, but it gets pretty close, and Moltres literally can't do anything to me. And literally, I guarantee you, Tapu Fini is not going to do anything. Azelf probably not going to do anything unless it's mixed. Sandy Shocks, nothing. And yeah, AV kind of wrecks his shit, not gonna lie. So I brought it, and then it feels a little weird for, it's not the I brought this team pretty defensive, so I want a Wish Passer, and Screamtail kind of goes in. I mean, his team does not like T Wave. Well, actually, it does if Misty Terrain is up, but outside of that, it's a big threat. And then, um, no, what's it called? No baton pass because I figure I'm going to be fast enough where I'm going to be going out first anyways. So I have Wish Protect just because I have enough EVs in defense to where Terra Galar Darmanitan or Adamant Galar Darmanitan without Terra, um, it can't kill me in 2. In Terra after a protect. After a turn of lefties and protect, I don't believe can kill me either. I can T wave that and infinitely wish protect on it, or wish pass into my fortress. And so yeah, it's a team. Let's just get quickly into replay because it's a long one. I'm just gonna say that. So obviously, City 6 he brings no Moltres. It's pretty obvious. No Sandy Shocks. I was very surprised about that. And then, yeah, I kind of expected Quillfish for Hazard Stack, not gonna lie, but I didn't really expect these 3. I didn't prep for Decidueye or even Registeel like at all. Um, but yeah, let's just get into it. I lead Jolteon because I really didn't know what he was gonna lead, but I with no ground type, my goal is just to Volt Switch and get the fuck out of there. So that's what I do. Figure out he Scarf turn one, which is amazing. Only does 48, so I can take another one. Volt Switch out, do 54 back. So I know Ursaluna's AV as fuck. And I just go ahead and return because it's safe. It's got Levitate. I didn't want to reveal I was Play Rough or Stone Edge. I wanted to keep him guessing. So I just double into my Salamence because it's the easiest way to check this. Get my heavy duty boots knocked off, which is bad, but yeah. Um, Miss a dual wing beat, going to Scream Tail because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it's pretty bulky. Knocks off my leftovers. I miss a Thunder Wave, which, uh, as I found out, doesn't matter. I will say, missing two 90% accurate moves in a row sucks, and I contributed this luck to not naming my Pokemon. That's something I pride myself in, actually, is naming my Pokemon, even though they're not they're not that good. Um, it makes me feel like if I don't nickname, it feels wrong. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it. It's not an OCD thing, but I've just gotten so accustomed to it that it feels ugly, feels bad. So that's why I contributed my bad luck towards 1% chance, but for that to happen. But it's whatever. Thunder Wave didn't matter. So I switch straight into here. I go into Jolteon expecting a Stealth Rock. Um, because I heal back up to full, proc Flame Orb, Volt Switch back out, and my ass gets body pressed. So, yeah, Jolteon's dead. That's horrible for me because Volt Switch literally fucking puts me in such a good position against this team. And that's not great. So I go Ursaluna. No, I just click EQ because I need this Registeel out of my way because nothing can hit it. Got the crit, which is pretty fortunately lucky. Going to Scream Tail because this thing does not touch me. I mean, it takes 22 from a Stab Surf. So I just infinitely, I stay in because, what's it called? Surf never kills. I go for Thunder Wave, figure out that it doesn't work. Um, I know he's going to Decidueye here, stop Rapid Spin, so I Volt Switch out. Um, I go into my Salamence, it's safe, but takes 24, which is not good. This is why I won my heavy duty boots. Goes out under Registeel, I roost, so I can't touch this Registeel because I don't have Earthquake. Bay protects, which makes me reveal Dragon Tail because I was worried this is Curse. Doesn't matter, but yep, I just go straight to Fortress, and then I believe I Rapid Spin here. Yes, Rapid Spin here, and then I hard switch out into Iron Bundle because it's probably not getting touched. Flip turn because I wasn't expecting him to stay in, expecting Registeel to come out. But yeah, I Dazzling Gleam there because if I can kill the Kommo-o, I will. That mon is scary. Um, but yeah, I swish, and then we pass. You know how it is. Uh, my laptop's like blowing up because this is going 2 frames a second. I actually Thunderwave there. Oh yeah, I stayed in Thunderwave because I'm like, if I can Thunderwave this Registeel, I feel so much better. Because this thing walls my entire team. And if I can Thunderwave that, it makes me feel better. But I was Dazzling Gleam there. I was gonna try 1-for-1 this, or at least see how much Dazzling Gleam was gonna do, because I could always infinitely wish on it and then Thunderwave it whenever Misty turns out. But instead, I go into Ursaluna, expecting Registeel to come out. He just serves, but I take 27. That's fucking nothing. So he goes back to the Decidueye. Um, believe I just Earthquake. Or, oh, I double like a G. Um, I doubled the Iron Bundle. So I calc this, I'm thinking, well, if he's not Roost, and he's got Knockoff, that's probably Assault Vest. So I calced it, and Specs Ice Beam does like 85 max if it's just max HP. But I said, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I have to play recklessly because, or else I'm never going to break this team. So I freeze dry. He goes Registeel. Doesn't stay in, which maybe in my head, um, maybe feels like he's not AV. But he just goes in. I freeze dry because I was kind of expecting Feeny, which fair. But I don't know. Not knowing I'm not heavy duty boots, not speed boost or boost energy. I don't know if I would have made it because I've brought Never Melt Ice before. It's a super good IMR bundle, but yeah, I don't know. I could see it either way. Um, Makes a great play, and he belly drums. I figured out that is Salic Berry, um, Zen mode Darmanitan. I stay and I gyro ball because I calced if he's timid. I don't think I don't, I'm trying to remember if he's timid. This has a pretty good chance to not kill, and through Okaberry, and then I always kill with Gyro Ball or Body Press. Does 90. So yeah, I decided to take that risk. It pays off. I mean, I killed the biggest threat, and if I didn't do that, I switched out. It's game over. He wins. Because I guess Salamence can kill it, but I'm worried it's going to die through Terra. Um, just Jolteon's my only speed control, and I let that fucking die. So yeah, I had to make that play, and then I go into this fearing he was a fire move. He just sidekicks 16%. I take this opportunity to Thunder Wave because I did not think he was going. I knew he was going to go this. Fuck! I wished on this turn. Damn it! I'm not recalling all my plays. I think I Thunder Wave at this turn, and if he wants to go into Tapu Fini, that's fine. Yep, I feel a lot better about myself. He's paralyzed, and I go in Fortress back up to full, Rapid Spin. On the Iron Head, expecting Screamtail, beautiful, as a slow Volt Switch, because I can take anything this is, because he already feels he's Drain Punch, which means he's not Special Variant, which is good, because I was half expecting Flamethrower. So I go into Salamence to scare this out, essentially. He goes Tapu Fini. I hit a dual wing beat, and 50% was scary, but I figure as a low roll, so I know it's after lefties. I need an 18 and a 17. This is a very risky move, but like I said, in my head I'm like I have to make risky moves to win this game, even though Darmanitan's out. I don't know if with Screamtail I could play long game, but I prefer not to. Um, I think this could cost me a game right here, but I figured I didn't calc, but I calced in my head and it told me it's gonna kill. So I clicked it, doesn't kill. I get two. I don't know if those are mid rolls or not. But I click Surf thinking I'm going Ursaluna or Fortress on a fairy or ice move. Um, I should have Terra Watered there, and I was going to, but I did not want Decidueye. I did not want Decidueye to 1v1 me, and I thought this was going to kill. Um, I hope you can understand that. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter because I got the kill anyways. That, and I go Ursaluna on a potential fairy move. I almost went Fortress here, but I was worried he was going to fire move or U-turn, and then something else. Kind of. All of a sudden, I'm in the lead 5-4. He explosions here. That's a feel bad moment. If I would have went Fortress, that would have almost certainly secured my win. Um, Then he goes, come up. I sack it because I did not know. At this point, I thought it was Yachi still. So who knows if it. I don't know if this gets Sword Stance. I don't think it does. But if it wanted to Dragon Dance in my face, or if it wanted to Dragon Dance in my face, uh, then I was gonna try revenge, or I was gonna try kill it with Play Rough, because he didn't know I was carrying Play Rough. If he's Yachi, like in my head he is, he could have easily tanked an Ice Punch, and then all of a sudden I'm in again a real shit position. So I just stacked it. That was worst case scenario. So Bigo Salamence, uh, Salamence gets the Intimidate off. I Dragon Tail here. Look at his last 3 mons. Um, I figured Red Steel was always the play, and I just want to get chip on it and then force out one of these two so I can dual wing beat him to death. But instead, he stays in the Dragon Claws as I Dragon Tail. Was not expecting that. Red Steel comes out. I roost on his spin back. I just kill with dual wing beat. If you could see the chat, he just forgot that Dragon Tail is my priority. I get that. I would have had ways to deal with Como, and even if it was a speed tie, or he did outspeed, I think I still could have 1v1'd it. I would have just had to roost after. And so he goes into this just trying to get chip off with Shadow Sneak. I do wing beat again. I do wing beat again. And then, as much as I wanted Salamence to get this W, get off the last kill, I literally could not touch Red Steel. So I go into the only thing that can't lose, Fortress. And I know it's full set. I just body press him to death. Pretty boring. But that's the game. And I doubt any of you are actually still watching this part. But if you are, this is what happened. This exact fucking picture. That's how I felt. Or that's how it felt. Like I was playing after I let Jolteon die because I'm greedy. I felt like this because I was just playing pretty casually. And I legitimately sat up in my seat and I locked in. Not gonna lie, I played some of my best mons there. It was a little reckless. Actually, it was a lot of recklessness, but it paid off in the long run. I definitely felt uncomfortable by playing that because as much as I'm aggressive, I like to be smart aggressive, or at least try to be. But it's whatever. A win's a win. For as shitty as that game started, getting a 4-0 is huge, and it's gonna be huge in the rankings too. Currently, I'm tied for second with my differential. There's no, there's only one guy that's the guy ahead of us is 6-1. If you guys know Ozzy, he's 6-1, and then me and Couch Cat are 5-2. And uh, this is really going to influence the rankings a lot, or it has the potential to. But yeah, that's the game. Good game, well played to Naim. It was a pleasure, man. I've been looking forward to this. Well, I've not been looking forward to Gardner Mantan, but um, cool sets. I I wouldn't have ever expected myself to stay in on a flare blitz that obviously kills, and if you scarf, that's whatever. But yeah, that's all for me, folks. I'll see you guys in week 9. Thank you.